Right. So we're going to get on to something we've sort of been talking about for a little bit here and there anyway. And this is the layoffs at Disney. So Disney CEO Bob Iger sent a memo round. I really hate this memo anyway. It's awful.
Did
So
you not
here's the
get the
full
memo?
well here's the full memo. Dear fellow employees, as I shared with you in February, we have made the difficult decision to reduce our overall workforce by approximately 7,000 jobs as part of a strategic realignment of the company, including important cost-saving measures necessary for creating a more effective, coordinated, and streamlined approach to our business. Over the past few months, senior leaders have been working closely with HR to assess their operational needs, and I want to give you an update on those efforts. This week, we begin notifying employees whose positions are impacted by the company's workforce reductions. Leaders will be communicating the news directly to the first group of impacted employees over the next 4 days. We've got an update on that. A second, larger round of notifications will happen in April with several thousand more staff reductions, and we expect to commence the final round of notifications before the beginning of the summer to reach our 7,000 job target. This is where it gets really patronizing as shit. The difficult reality of many colleagues and friends leaving Disney is not something we take lightly. This company is home to the most talented and dedicated employees in the world, and so many of you bring a lifelong passion for Disney to your work here. That's part of what makes working at Disney so special. It also makes it all the more difficult to say goodbye to wonderful people we care about. I want to offer my sincere thanks and appreciation to every departing employee for numerous contributions and your devotion to this beloved company. For our employees who aren't impacted, I want to acknowledge that there will no doubt be challenges ahead as we continue building the structures and foundations that will enable us to be successful moving forward. I ask for your continued understanding and collaboration at this time. In tough moments, we must always do what is required to ensure Disney can continue delivering exceptional entertainment to audiences and guests around the world, now and long into the future. Please know that our HR partners and leaders are committed to creating a supportive and smooth process every step of the way. I want to thank each of you again for all your many achievements here at the Walt Disney Company. I mean, look, fuck's sake, to me, that is just so bad. The fact is, like, in tough moments, you must all get fired so Disney can be successful and we can keep all
Well,
of
I
our
just find
executives
this
and I keep my
ironic
pay
as
grade.
hell. Well, it's more so that they crap canned Chapek, right? Because
Yep,
Chapek, one of the things that I panicked over was because he's like, we're gonna have to do at least 2,500 or more cuts in the company. And they're like, nope, we can't have this. He's gonna be cutting DEI and all this other stuff. Nope, 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 nope. So they bring back Daddy Iger. And what is Daddy Iger gonna do? He's gonna do 3 times or more as many cuts. And where do you think all these cuts are gonna happen, kids? But since it's Daddy Iger instead of Chapek doing it, they're gonna be like, oh well, can I have some more? Thank you very much. Right? Like they don't care. They'll do it for the cause at that point.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. No one's lambasting him for this. They're just like, oh, good. You go, Iger. Yeah, good man.
It's for the best
But
of the company.
It's just so patronizing as well. Like, it's like, oh, we must do what is best. You must lose your jobs. I mean, they're not firing anyone of note because, again, straight
Except
away,
Victoria.
they had a metaverse unit, ladies and gents. A fucking metaverse unit. What are you doing, Disney? You fucking idiots. Sorry about the language, but I'm using it to enunciate, I guess. Maybe.
How stupid they are.
Just how utterly moronic they are. They're just pissing money up the wall. We've got a metaverse unit here at Disney. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, Culture, I know you got some thoughts on this overall.
No, I mean, look, I mean, this is not the only place they stripped from. This is just one of them. This unit no longer exists. It went from 51 people to none. And they're just out. It's just bye. And it wasn't even kind. That letter was probably the best thing they saw all day. And what's funny is I think only one of the people actually ended up going somewhere else. They didn't move the other 50 people. And you again, this was all because they were going to try to follow the leader with Facebook, right? With what Meta is doing over there, the larger company. And even they're bailing out of their own metaverse idea at like left and right. So, and then I don't know if you grabbed this story, but they dissolved 2 TV units.
No, I didn't know that.
This of the 3 television units that they had up and running, They dissolved 2 of those and rolled them all under one VP. So that means 2 VPs are gone along with all their staff. So see you later. And then to top it all off, their acquisitions group, see ya.
Their acquisitions group.
They had it. Yeah, they had production acquisitions, right? You know, within the.
They need production acquisitions. That's a good thing to have.
It's getting that duty is being assigned to somebody else. I was like, holy cow! They just wholesale got rid of an entire entity that you need to go out and buy crap.
That's a good one to have.
I know, dude. It was insane, and like I said, I know that they have, but they have redundancy. So chances are what they're doing is they're removing the redundancy. They're going to bring the people that are doing it over at Hulu into their main television group. They're going to bring the people, you know, and then they'll handle that process. But I'm like beside myself. I'm like, okay, so they literally are taking out any redundancy and anything that is not immediately going to produce profit. I mean, there's R&D units that are gone too. I just haven't been able to find out which ones. So I'm just like, whoa.
Goodness me.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Kathleen Kennedy still got a job, isn't she?
For now, I mean, look, I mean, she was given an ultimatum.
Oh, hold on. Better check Doomcock. He'll tell me that she's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Well, we joke about it, but that doesn't mean that there isn't going to be a big head rolling over at Lucasfilm.
Well, she's going to be fine at some point.
I mean, not her necessarily, and that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be her.
Well,
but somebody's vulnerable over there. So
I suspect in order to make everything look equitable, Lucasfilm's going to lose an executive. I expect that you'll see Walt Disney Animation lose an executive. I think Pixar will lose an executive.
I think so.
You know, and
ESPN already has.
Yep. Yeah.
Marvel already has.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought it was funny.
When Skipper, it
totally is. But
when Skipper left ESPN, and they brought in Pitaro to run that unit, that was the beginning of the end of everything. You know what? You're going to bring Brie up. I'm going to put up your girlfriend. There you go.
I know that page. Yeah, come on, do a good one.
Okay, you want this one?
I know that's weird because it moves. So
that looks more like J-Law.
Okay, well here, how about that? They all move. Anyway,
they're creepy.
So look, I'm looking at it now and I'm going, okay, every single unit's going to lose an executive at least. And we just watched 2 just in one, like in the television sector. I was like, good crime. And you get 3 of these groups and 2 of them are gone. So it's going to be, this is the beginning of a bloodbath, but there is the rumor is the other 4,000 people that they're going to cut later this year, right, like in the next few months, that might come in 2 different batches. But I don't think they stop there. I think you're losing 3-4% of the staff, maybe. You're going to lose 6 to 10% of the staff, quite possibly. And they can't take them out of hospitality and parks because they need them for the big rush, which is this summer. So if they're going to make any heads roll within the parks division, it's got to be redundant positions, perhaps R&D, perhaps outside units that they don't actually own, they just contract with. I anticipate you will lose. You're going to lose it from everywhere else. It's all going to be media groups. I think.
But I think inevitably it's going to be more than 7,000 as well.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was projecting 10 this morning, but after reading more and watching what they're doing in different departments, I think we could be looking at 12,000 people. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. And again, I mean, Florida in Florida, Disney's one of the largest employers alone, but that's primarily because of hospitality theme parks business, right? That parks, products, and experience.
True, which they're not going to.
They're not going to cut those people.
Well, that is the only way they make money at the moment.
Yeah, and that's their cash cow still.
Yeah. Anyway, it is literally the only way they've been making money. Like you look at their business structure, where their profit comes from.
Absent Avatar, do you think any of their money is coming from films right now? Theatrical release?
Very little. What 1 or 2 has, but very, very little.
Did they?
Ant-Man and the Wasp is bombed. That's lost money. So I guess if you work it out.
Yeah. Look at their animation releases. Strange World and Lightyear both lost consecutively.
True.
Yeah,
completely true.
I look at their overall performance across all their theatrical releases, and I'm like, they may break even overall because of Avatar 2, Way of Water, but otherwise, I strongly suspect they're deep in the hole, and they are able to hide it because of the quarterly reporting. But they are deep in the hole. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
Nick, do you have anything to add to that, bud?
Not a whole lot other than go woke, go broke.
Very eloquent there.
I mean, literally the whole time you guys were sitting here talking, I was looking at the entire release schedule of everything Disney is putting out for the rest of this year, whether it be Disney Plus, Hulu, theaters, whatever. Everything that Disney has their hands in, every single thing to the end of this year. And the only two things that I'm even interested in slightly seeing is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Indiana Jones. And at the end of the day, I think both of those films will end up not being as good as they're probably expecting them to be. I don't think they'll be complete flops, but I don't think they're going to do the numbers that they're hoping for. Everything else on here is literally, I'm scrolling through it, is diversity, inclusion, like literally every single thing. Strong women shows and characters. So I wouldn't be surprised if after this year they have more layoffs come next year.
Yeah, true. True. Tom, you got anything to drop in there before we move on?
Tom's I think you guys have covered it pretty well in this instance. I mean, not much more I can say here. I mean, this is more of a wait and see kind of thing. We know the kind of things that are going to be dumped and changed here at Disney. Will it help in the long run? I don't know. This goes back to the whole Victoria Alonso firing. The reasons why she was fired that we're hearing have less to do with so much the woke practices as it does with other things. So, I mean, the only thing that kind of broaches that is the whole don't say gay situation, which, you know, again, I feel like that has more to do with just the fact of how it was handled more so than anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, very, very true.